Okay, guys, if you have been following me for quite some time, if you've been on this channel for at least 2 weeks, and by the way, if you're new and you haven't been on this channel the past 2 weeks, let me know in the comment section so I can show you some love. But you would know that the Golden State Warriors are in this one precarious predicament, and I personally don't agree with the way they're going about it. So if you guys don't know, at the moment that I'm making this video, let me give you some background of the Golden State Warriors. They are currently the second worst team in the NBA with a 10-win and 34-loss record. They are currently 10 games behind the final spot in the playoff race, meaning they have to hope that the Grizzlies lose 10 games and that they win 10 games, and I think the Spurs and Suns and Trailblazers all have to lose a lot of games, and I feel like the Warriors are probably gonna have to win out the rest of the season, if anything. I don't know, but you guys do the math. Typically you need to win at least like 49 games to make it to the top tiers of the NBA playoffs, but sometimes there's weird years. Sometimes teams with losing records sneak in, but we're talking about losing records of like, 3 more losses than wins. You don't typically see a team with as many losses as the Golden State Warriors do at this point of the season make it to the playoffs. Now, the Golden State Warriors currently are the second worst team. They're very, very close to being the highest lottery odd team. They're currently trailing the Atlanta Hawks. I don't think it really matters because they have the same lottery odds at this point. But if you go to NBADraft.net, at the moment I'm making this video, the Golden State Warriors are currently projected to score the number 2 overall pick, meaning they could draft LaMelo Ball this year, which, if you ask me, even if the Warriors do get the number 2 overall pick, I don't think it's very likely they actually use it on someone. I could see them really packaging that number 2 overall pick with another really shiny asset to get themselves a new star. And yeah, before the Giannis Antetokounmpo rumors start right now, I'm going to stop him right there. He seems very happy in Milwaukee, and I don't like making that kind of speculation. I'm not making a speculative video. This video is more about the mistake the Golden State Warriors are making and how I really don't agree with what they're doing with Stephen Curry. Now, before I get to the Steph Curry injury update, if you watch a lot of my content but you haven't subscribed yet, take a moment, check to see if you're subscribed, because as soon as I hit 500,000 subscribers, I'll be full-time on YouTube. If you also want to really further support my cause, take a moment to turn on the notifications, guys, because if I hit 100,000 people to turn on my notifications, I'll go full-time on YouTube as well. Finally, in the event anything happens to my channel, I've been getting hit with some copyright claims. If anything happens to my channel at all, I will be uploading my content onto Instagram TV, and my Instagram account's at Theflightmike. We post memes there and whatnot, and at Theflightmike is also my TikTok account, my Twitter account, and my Facebook account, if you guys want to link up with me over there. 10 days ago, I made a video on this, and I really thought that there was a chance that the Warriors said, hey, let's just shut him down. Let's just shut Steph Curry down. There's no chance Klay Thompson's going to come back this year. There's no point in having Steph Curry play this year. There's no way we make it into the playoffs. What's the reason why Steph Curry is going to return? Now, for those of you guys that are confused and that are waiting for this news, Steph Curry is currently targeting a March 1st return date. So in about a month, he's going to play, and he's going to play for about a month and a half until the NBA playoffs start, and then he's going to probably stop playing because his team's not going to make it to the playoffs. Klay Thompson is without a doubt 100% not going to play this year. There's 0 chances, in my opinion, there's less than a 3% chance that the Warriors sneak into the Western Conference playoffs as an 8th seed. It's just not possible. So what do they have to gain from the return of Steph Curry? Well, we're going to transition from me saying the Warriors are idiots and the Warriors are risking further injury to their star player, and I'm also going to give you guys another perspective that came up to me as, I was sitting down and watching the football games this past weekend. So, by the way, I have a NFL channel now. It's called Microphone. It's going to be pinned in the comment section down below. If you guys want to check that out, I'm going to be uploading to it consistently once we get to 10,000 subscribers. Now, as I was watching the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Tennessee Titans, I was thinking to myself, and I don't know why this came to my head, I was thinking to myself, wait, hold on. the Golden State Warriors technically are a brand new team. And if you look at them, they are a new team. There's a lot of the players from last year are not there anymore. Sean Livingston's gone, Andre Iguodala's gone, Kevin Durant's gone, D'Angelo Russell's in, Marquise Chris they released, but they just brought back. You know, you have a bunch of new rookies, which some games they look good and some games they don't. Pretty much, it's a brand new team. And this is kind of, and the current trend in the NBA are, and I'm not sure if you guys are familiar with this concept, it's called a mini rebuild. And pretty much what you do is you try to copy what the Boston Celtics have done over the past, 6 years, where they're contending for the future, or contending for the now, and building for the future. And one team that's currently doing an excellent job at doing that is the OKC Thunder. Now, I feel as if the Warriors are doing something that we've never seen before either. And what they're doing is something that I like to call a gap year. And pretty much what it is everyone's taking a year off. Next year, if Andre Iguodala doesn't get traded to a new team, which, speaking of which, Andre Iguodala has no excuse not to be playing right now. The Memphis Grizzlies are currently the 8th seed in the Western Conference. Why isn't he playing right now? Because someone explain that to me. Like, someone please, in the comment section, if you have a good reason, why on earth isn't Andre Iguodala playing right now? Okay, sorry for my digression. I don't even know if digression's a word. I digress, but pretty much next year, I anticipate Andre Iguodala coming back, Klay Thompson coming back, Steph Curry coming back. You get a top 5 pick, top 10 pick at the very worst. Throw that into the mix. And the Warriors are once again in a situation where they could add some great players in free agency, and players that are currently becoming free agents are players like Blake Griffin and whatnot. So the reason why, and I know what you guys are thinking, Mike, get to the point. The reason why I think Steph Curry is coming back is because Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are viewed as the Warriors leaders. They are pretty much the people that set the tone for the culture. You take them away, if they're not at the games, if they're not at the locker room, then the Golden State Warriors are just a team that, you don't even remember how dominant they were over the past 5 years. And believe me, as I watch the games this year for the Golden State Warriors, I sometimes forget how dominant they used to be. I know it was a year ago, I know it was 2 years ago, but still, it's a what have you done for me lately league, and lately the Warriors haven't been as dominant. So I believe the reason why Steph Curry is coming back is I feel like his presence, his mere presence, can contribute to shaping the culture of the Golden State Warriors for the future. And if you think about it, think about the situation the Warriors are in right now, it makes a lot of sense. Think about it. You're the Golden State Warriors. You just lost a marquee free agent in Kevin Durant. You have D'Angelo Russell, who's a young player, but he hasn't really led a team to a championship. He's led a team to the first round of the playoffs, but that's about it in his 5-year career. So at this point, you need someone for all these players to look up to. And who better than the 2-time MVP Steph Curry? Now, let me know in the comments section down below. This is the one part of the video that I really need your opinion. Is bringing Steph Curry back for a month and a half really worth the risk it could have on his injury? What if he re-aggravates that hand? And I know what you guys might be thinking. Okay, worst case, he's out for another 2 to 3 months. But you have to understand, this is Steph Curry. This is his hand. We're talking about probably the most valuable hand in the entire NBA, considering the fact that Steph Curry's entire game is based off of his crazy quick shooting stroke. You don't want to do anything that could potentially screw that up. You would want him to take his time and come back when he's ready. And you don't want to potentially win more games and potentially knock yourself out of contention of scoring a great pick in the NBA draft lottery. So those are my reservations about the situation. So my question to you, Mike Mafia, is do you think that the Warriors bringing back Steph Curry is worth the contribution that he's going to make to their culture at the very risk of potentially getting a worse draft pick and re-aggravating that injury to his hand? Because at the same time, you have to think, they're not playing to make it into the playoffs. They're just playing just so they could be familiar with each other. I feel like there's some value to that, and I feel like I guess there's some value to that, but at the same time, I just feel like the risk isn't really worth the reward. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I'm your boy, Theflightmike, and I'll catch y'all next time.